Everyone, welcome back to another episode of the coffee stream on the blind.
I did. Oh, are you starting? What?
Thank you.
What? I didn't realize you're starting. I'm sorry. Hello, world.
And no, you didn't.
What?
You did not send me that story.
Well, I'll send it to you right now because you need to open with it.
Anyway, welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and coffee stream episode 458. I hope everyone is having a good Friday and is getting ready for the weekend. Yes.
I did send it to you. It's in your DMs.
Really?
It's right after the pedo hockey coach.
Okay. There we go. All right. Oh, that guy. Okay. Okay, so sorry, I've been completely thrown off now. God damn it. Anyway, I hope everyone is having a good Friday and is getting ready for the weekend. We have a fair amount of news today, actually. Between and as we will discover, shit's not even subtle anymore. It's just not. We're gonna watch a little bit of a video, and we're also going to look at some articles that are going to demonstrate to us all how very unsubtle our governments are being now. It's like they've decided, no, you know what? We're done bluffing. We're just going to start showing everybody our hands now. Because the deck is so stacked that it doesn't matter. So we're going to take a bit of a gander at a CPAC video before we get into the articles, because Chrystia Freeland, our intrepid Deputy Prime Minister, was in DC yesterday, I believe it was, or Tuesday, or I apologize, yesterday or Wednesday, and last Friday, there was a very interesting agreement signed by 136 countries, I think it was, she said. It's a very interesting agreement wherein there is a new global tax. So we are going to take a bit of a look at this video. We're not going to watch the whole thing because it's half an hour long, but we are gonna take a look at this. Weather says that light rain is starting soon. Well, thank you, weather. Isn't that very kind of your phone? It notifies you when the weather is changing. Okay, I think we are at the beginning. Yes, we are. Okay, let's get back over here and share. Oh, where are we here? There we are. All right. Oh my God. VoiceOver is talking over itself. I hate when that happens. They need to fix that. Okay. Chrome tab. That YouTube thingy. And then make sure the audio box is checked. Okay. And then, so Chrystia Freeland is here talking about being so happy about signing a global tax and talking about pandemic recovery as well. So this is gonna be interesting. Let's take a quick gander here. Okay. Play.
Okay.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Okay.
It
hi.
is great to be back at our embassy in Washington. This has been a productive week. I attended the annual meetings of the IMF and World Bank, as well as meetings of the G7 and G20 finance ministers and central bank governors. At these meetings, Canada and our partners discussed the actions needed to end the pandemic and the actions needed to lay the groundwork for a recovery that is green, equitable, and resilient.
Okay, so you guys are going. A bunch of finance ministers got together and figured we might as well throw a bunch of money at this. That'll end the pandemic. That'll end the pandemic right quick. And also they want a green, equitable, and resilient recovery plan. I don't know what the hell that means. What does a resilient recovery plan mean? And equitable? I don't know if I want that. I want I want equal opportunity, not equal outcome. But hey, I'm weird. Apparently. Okay, let's get this shared out. There we go. Okay. So let's hear more about this equitable, green, and resilient recovery plan.
Part of building an equitable recovery is strengthening international tax fairness, ending the global race to the bottom in corporate tax, and ensuring that all corporations, including the world's largest, pay their fair share.
Gee, which corporation could she possibly be talking about, I wonder, to myself?
That's why last Friday's agreement of 136 countries, including Canada, on the elements of the landmark two-pillar plan on international tax reform is so significant.
International tax reform and global tax fairness. That sounds like a great plan. Okay.
Canada's priority and our preference has always been a multilateral agreement. We have a clear and compelling national interest in this multilateral deal, which protects against erosion of our tax base and which will generate significant additional revenue for Canada.
So okay. So you want to generate tax revenue for Canada by taxing corporations that might not necessarily be Canadian. Oh, that sounds wonderful. That sounds freaking great. What a wonderful idea. This'll go swimmingly.
Finance ministers also discussed next steps on implementation of this agreement, and we look forward to working together to bring this ambitious new tax framework into effect and to legislate its implementation.
So, this sounds very disturbing. Good morning, Asia Research Directorate. Glad to have you here. This is actually a lot more disturbing than she sounds like a kindergarten teacher with an evil plan. Do you know what I mean? That's what she sounds like.
Meetings here this week have been an opportunity for Canada to discuss with our partners a range of issues, including climate action, addressing the needs of low-income and vulnerable middle-income countries, and future pandemic prevention and preparedness.
Did she almost call countries companies? I think Chrystia Freeland almost had a Freudian slip and called a country a company.
Pour que notre relance soit équitable, il faut notamment améliorer l'équité mondiale et nous
Your French sucks.
le vendredi. Concernant la réforme, le Canada nous accorde fiscal. Les ministres
Oh my god.
se nous dans
Your French is
and
terrible.
around the world. One thing, en vue d'éventuelles pandémies. One thing is clear in Canada and around the world, and that is the importance of vaccines and vaccination for us.
Well, of course, with vaccines come vaccination. Why must you be such a redundant person? A redundant? I better not say redundant or I'll get demonetized. Okay, that's a new one.
I didn't think you said redundant.
No, I said, why must you be such a redundant person? Because she said,
I heard re, and I thought you were going to talk about me, and
no, because she said vaccines and vaccination are very important, and I'm like, well, you can't. Of course, you're gonna vaccinate with the vaccines. What are you gonna do? Just hold them?
Okay, this person sounds retarded.
It's Chrystia Freeland.
Confirmed.
To get back to normal and to have a strong economic recovery. There is no more important economic policy than getting everyone vaccinated.
Okay. You know what would be a better economic policy? Not panicking everybody and forcing mandatory stuff on people. How about we do things the way we used to do and like calmly get people polio was a really scary thing. But I do not remember stories from my grandparents about when the vaccines came out, about everyone being like, it was a much different time. I was like, okay, this is going to help. Oh, it's going to help? Okay, well, let's get it done then. Like, what? Why? Why? What were you going to say, Pinkalo? Looking at that woman, I can tell she is full of shit, says Selective Boy. Yes, she's stupid, says Asia Research Directorate. Hey, my last chat has been deleted. Really?
That's YouTube.
That was YouTube.
Remember, we don't delete comments. Your comments are getting deleted because
Yeah, basically, I don't delete, even...
I have zero blocked. Well, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say
No.
zero. I have a very specific set of words that are blocked, and unless you know them specifically and write these specific words, it won't get blocked. Now, these words are words that are doxing words, so unless you're doxing, that's the only way I'm deleting your shit.
And literally, I think I have less than 5 people blocked from my channel. So, I do not go for the deleting of chat stuff. Even if somebody I don't like shows up in my chat and says shit, I will not delete it. So it was totally YouTube. I used the R word. Oh, really? YouTube deleted it? Oh, wow.
This week has also been an important time in our work together on climate action. Canada has a widely acknowledged world leading price on pollution. And this week, we continued our active exploration
really want you to
with
save
international partners.
A price on pollution. What?
Sorry, I really want you to save. I'm leaving. That's why I'm talking to you. I really want you to save the Facebook one till like last, because I'm gonna cut your reaction because there's a really funny line in the middle.
Okay.
Okay. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Including at the G7, about how we can collaborate on carbon pricing, on carbon border adjustments, and on other tools to fight climate change.
Yes, yes. Tax and spend our way out of climate issues. That's a fantastic idea.
That's called the democratic way.
That is just a let's not do anything actually concrete, or demand that the biggest polluting countries on the planet do something concrete. No. Let's tax and spend into oblivion. That'll fix everything. Oh my good God. Okay.
In addition to the broader international group meetings, I had some very valuable bilateral conversations. I met with U.S. Secretary of the Treasury, Janet Yellen. I had a meeting with the German...
Why can't you just say I met face to face with some very key people? Why do you have to be like, I had some very key bilateral discussion? And I swear to God, if she keeps going, I'm going to strangle myself. If I hear her kiss her teeth one more time,
Is she a teeth clicking cultist?
She's going.
She's a teeth clicking. I swear to God, this whole group. I swear, this is the marker of the brain slug.
Yeah. Oh. Here we go again with the climate change rhetoric. Yep. LOL. Yeah. It's. Ugh. Australia tried carbon tax, had to repeal it 2 or 3 years later. Oh, that I didn't know, but that's really amusing. Fuck these people. Yep. Let's see here.
Vice Chancellor and Minister of Finance, Olaf Scholz. I met with the UK Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rishi Sunak. I met with Korea's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of the Economy and Finance, Hong Nam-ki. I met with Italy's Minister of Economy and Finance, Daniele Franco, and I met with Mexico's Finance Secretary, Rogelio Ramirez de la O. Ce sera maintenant avec plaisir.
Oh my good Lord.
Non,
Okay.
puis le nom de votre organisation avant de poser vos questions. Merci d'être venu.
Okay.
Hi,
So
Mr.
we're not gonna listen to the I just wanted to play that for you guys, because they signed and they want to legislate a new tax framework for international corporate, for now, corporate tax. Which and you can tell who they're trying to go after when they say, so that the largest companies in the world pay their fair share. They're totally going after Amazon. Like, it's so obvious. It's not even funny. I don't understand how people can't see that. And it's just, like I said, it's not even subtle anymore. It's just not. People are just, fuck it, I'm not gonna bluff anymore. Here's my hand. Here's what I have. Deal with it. It's rather, and when it comes to the people in power, it's rather frightening, because we have people who have basically got the mindset of, well, we've gotten so much past them now anyway, so let's just we don't have to try to hide it anymore. And it's kind of scary. Why am I back onto this page? I need to be sharing the screen. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's get this shared here. Share screen. Chrome tab. So, this was breaking news basically just before the stream started. British MP killed after being stabbed multiple times during constituency meeting. So this was published today, October 15th, and updated at 11:41. So very, very recently before I started the stream. So we're going to quickly read this. David Amis stabbed to death during constituency meeting. So David Amis is the victim. Let's see here. Here's the article text. A British MP or a British lawmaker. Oops. Sorry. I lost my fucking damn it. I lost my place. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. There we go. So, a British lawmaker was stabbed to death on Friday in a church by a man who lunged at him at a meeting with voters from his electoral district, knifing him repeatedly. You mean stabbing him? And you spelled lunged, but all right. David Ennis, a 69-year-old lawmaker from Prime Minister Boris Johnson's Conservative Party, was attacked at around midday at a meeting at the Belfers Methodist Church in Leigh-on-Sea East, east of London. Sorry, I don't know British places. Quote, he was treated by emergency services but sadly died at the scene, police said. Quote, a 25-year-old man was quickly arrested after officers arrived at the scene on suspicion of murder, and a knife was recovered. Armed police swooped on the church, and detectives said they were not looking for anyone else in connection with the incident. There was no details about the motivation for the attack. Damn, dude, that's sad. Yeah, Leon-C, yeah. Hello, Elowen. So yeah, that's kind of it's a breaking story that's gonna be developing. But you know, it's honestly like as much as I rail at politicians, and their lack of ability to answer questions honestly and just be forthcoming and everything, I still don't think that you know, people deserve to be, you know, to be murdered while they're just trying to do their civic duty as elected officials. That's because he's a politician is reason enough. Yeah. No, I just, politicians may piss me off, but, I don't think that it's, you express your displeasure with your politicians with your vote and, writing to them. You don't go and kill them. That's, like, as much as some of the politicians in my country, as illustrated by just what we've just watched with Chrystia Freeland, as much as they piss me off, I don't think, like I said, you express yourself with your vote and you write a letter or something, but you don't go and kill somebody. That person has a family, that person has, it's just not, it's not necessary. So let's move on to the next story here. Where are we here? No, don't close anything, stupid. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. All right. So let's get this shared. Oh. Share. There we go. Okay, here we are. So this, we're going back over to Canada for this. No, don't. Okay. Did it share the proper screen? I just want to make sure. This is not the Hunger Games. Exactly, Owen. Thank you. Thank you. The time for violence is real, or is near, in my humble opinion. Unfortunately, it may come to that. Like, I don't want it to, because, I have kids that are young and all that, but it may. Where are we here? So, Ottawa police officer resigns after mocking and filming people with mental illness. Oh, that's just fantastic. Because, while you're a police officer, that's totally something you should be doing. This is also posted October 15th. Posted at 4 o'clock this morning. And this is the picture of the person. There's a GoFundMe. There's a GoFundMe. Are you serious? A peaceful change would be better for sure. Oh, yeah, definitely. So, my God, that cannot be. An Ottawa police officer who used his badge to abuse and mock vulnerable people with mental illness on video and then circulated those videos among other cops has resigned from the force. So this is his picture. Constable Jesse Hewitt's resignation is effective today, according to a family court decision and multiple police sources with knowledge of his disciplinary case. In the decision, which was released last week, Superior Court Justice Darlene Summers wrote that Hewitt resigned from the force in August, which he had told her which he had told her court, but now such a resignation would only take effect today. Well, that doesn't make sense. His resignation ends his employment on the public dime, but also his police disciplinary hearing. Oh. Well, that's not... well, how is he supposed to be held accountable? He should definitely be held accountable still. If he's gonna use his badge and a position of authority to mock and abuse vulnerable people and people with disabilities, like mental disabilities, that's not okay. And whether he resigns from the force or not, like, he should still be charged. He pleading guilty to 10 counts of misconduct. In June, Hewitt pleaded guilty to 10 counts of misconduct under the Police Service Act, including 9 counts of discreditable conduct and 1 count of unlawful or unnecessary exercise of authority. The final charge is for kicking down a door and illegally arresting a woman. Jesus Christ, dude. Holy fuck, why? And throw rotten vegetables. Oh, man. Hewitt admitted to recording 6 women and photographing 1 man, quote, for unauthorized purposes, all of whom were in police custody at the time. Or of the time of the recording. 2 of the women had been apprehended under the Mental Health Act. Oh, come on, dude. So these were actually on record mentally ill people that you're filming and mocking. What? Jesus. Come on. Like, cigar chopping penguin. That's all. That sounds like the average Tuesday in some American cities. Yeah, well, here we... But, you know, here we still have some standards. At first I thought getting him off the force was enough, but this guy is a menace. Yeah, no, this guy needs to be facing actual charges. Like, if you're going to... like, even if he's resigned from the force, he then needs to be charged with criminal charges. Because that is not... That is not okay. The videos at the center of the investigation were made from December 2018 to June 2019, and Hewitt took the photographs of the man in September 2019. In that time, he distributed the image and videos to other police officers, quote, in order to ridicule subjects involved. Jesus Christ. Also, probably to give yourself mutually assured destruction. I bet you he sent that shit to the cops he didn't like. That's... Don't get me wrong, this guy is a scumbag who deserves to have charges filed. I'm surprised this made the papers, so to speak. Ah. Yeah. Let's see here. Hired in 2017. Hewitt was hired in December 2017 after 7 years serving in the Canadian Armed Forces, CAF, as a military police officer. So he was an MP. before this. The CAF said that Hewitt had, quote, one deployment to Libya from March to July 2014 as a military police officer. He had no incidences reported or requiring discipline while in the military. After his hiring by the Ottawa Police Service, Hewitt was diagnosed with PTSD according to a family court decision from 2020. I don't care. I don't care. You're an officer of the law. If you have PTSD, if you have that diagnosis, then that's on you to, like, if you had the wherewithal to go and get diagnosed, then you need to have the wherewithal to manage your illness. And you don't get to use that as an excuse to use your authority to mock the mentally ill. That's not a reason. And you should know better. You're mentally ill yourself. You have PTSD. So you're extra disgusting. His probationary period as a constable ended on May 6th, 2019. 5 days later, he took a, quote, selfie with a man in custody while he was sitting in the back of the cruiser without the man knowing. Jesus Christ. Wow. What is wrong with people? Like, quite seriously, what is wrong with people? I can guarantee you that none of the MPs in Libya got disciplinary action for the crap they pulled. Yeah. Because you get disciplinary action if you're caught graping somebody. Yep. Yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Constable Justy Hewitt has pleaded guilty to 10 counts of misconduct. Oh, that's a picture. Okay, so that's that story. And, you know, and quite frankly, as I said, he deserves to have actual criminal charges filed on him, even though he's resigned from the force. He needs to be held accountable. He absolutely needs to be held accountable for what he did. This one I'll happily slap in the face. I don't mind a night in jail for hitting this dude. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Elwin. Alright, what do we have here? Upon Pincalo's request, we will save the Facebook one for last. Yeah, we will save that one for last. And we will do this one. Yeah, we'll do this one first. And then we'll do the hockey coach. And then we'll finish off with Facebook. That's what I'm doing right now, honey. I'm doing real estate, air, then hockey coach, then Facebook. Okay, let's see here. Get this shared. Okay, so while I'm doing that, there will be a Beat the Blind Girl tonight. I thought I honestly was not gonna do one because my little sister was supposed to come over today, but she has to work, so she's gonna be coming over tomorrow instead. So I'm going to do a Beat the Blind Girl tonight. So, be sure to tune in for that, mine friends. So, where's the headline? There it is. No, where's that? There it is. Real estate heir Robert Durst sentenced to life in prison for murdering best friend. Well, all right then. Why on earth would you do that? Posted October 14th, so yesterday. So New York real estate heir Robert Durst was sentenced on Thursday to life in prison without chance of parole for the murder of his best friend more than 2 decades ago. Durst, quote, 78, was convicted in Los Angeles Superior Court last month of first-degree murder for shooting Susan Berman point blank in the back of the head at her home in December of 2000. Dude, yeah, Pincolo sent me a message after he sent me this link, and he goes, dude has 5 years left tops, and he's probably not wrong. Fred Durst is innocent. No, not Fred Durst, Robert Durst. Where does one find a blind girl to beat? Well, one could, if one has a PlayStation and Mortal Kombat 11, one could add blind_press to their PlayStation ID or their PlayStation friends list, and one could be around while I'm streaming, and we could have sets. Yeah, Jesus Christ is right. Durst silenced Berman to prevent her from incriminating him in the reopened investigation into his wife's 1982 disappearance in New York, prosecutors said. Oh, so he may have possibly killed 2 people. Awesome. Berman provided a phony alibi for Durst when Kathy Durst vanished, prosecutors said. Anyone else think that he also killed his wife? Just saying. Lol, I was thinking the CNIV London. I don't have a PlayStation anymore. Huh. Let's see here. Where are we? Durst testified that he didn't kill either woman, but said on cross-examination that he would lie if he had. I didn't kill her. I didn't kill either woman, but if I did, I would totally lie about it. So, ha 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 ha. Oh my god. This is a guy who knows he's gonna die soon. He doesn't care. He really doesn't care. Have you seriously not listened to the Jinx? It's fantastic. Jinx? No, I've listened to... What, the band Jinx? I've listened to Jinx. Oh, where am I here? Let's skip through these links. Prosecutors also presented evidence that he intentionally killed a neighbor in Galveston, Texas in 2001, though he had been acquitted of murder in that case after testifying that he shot the man in self-defense. Dude! This blew wide open on Netflix or HBO like 3 years... Oh, I didn't... No, the documentary. No, I've not seen this. I've not seen it. I'll check it out though. The Jinx, you said? The Jinx. Okay, I'll definitely look that up. Durst is the grandson of Joseph Durst, who founded the Durst Organization, one of Manhattan's largest commercial real estate firms. His father Seymour took the reins of the company and later handed control of it to a younger brother, Douglas. Robert Durst settled his share of the family fortune and was estimated by prosecutors to have $100 million US. Wow. A motion for new trial has been denied. His lawyer, Dick DeGuerin, said they planned to appeal and refrained from making other remarks during sentencing. Judge Mark Wyndham denied a motion for a new trial, rejecting arguments that there was insufficient evidence or that he had aired 15 different ways in prior rulings. Oh God. You said that the quote aired so many times it made me feel self-conscious, Wyndham joked. Huh. He said prosecutors had overwhelming evidence that proved Durst's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt at least 5 ways, including a devastating cross-examination of Durst on the witness stand and an admission Durst made in the climax of the 6-part documentary, The Jinx, The Life and Crime of Robert Durst. Oh, see, it's even mentioned here. There you go, Turk. There you go. I'll definitely check it out. I have a lot of homework in my Discord news section. I really do. Hi, Gunny. I really do. I should do like a, what's it called? Just a Gunfox news purge stream. The trial came 6 years after the apparent confession was aired. Durst, who was still wearing a live microphone after an interview, went into a bathroom and said to himself, "What the hell did I do? Killed them all, of course. Jesus Christ." Jesus. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Okay then. Alrighty. Well, that's one way to screw yourself over. Wow. I'm kind of speechless. That's... Holy crap. Okay. Yeah. He's just pissing and has a meltdown after 5 hours of pretending to be innocent. Oh, damn. That's insane. I think I really will. I thank you for that, Turk. I'll totally check that out. Oops. It's phenomenal. I bet it's phenomenal. That just sounds like amazing. Oh my. Okay. Oh, holy shit. Okay. Where are we here? Hockey coach and then Facebook. Okay. There we go. Come on, Chrome. There we go. Alright, so we have two more stories to do. Ugh. Okay, so this is from the National Post, this article. Well, off to the gallows with him. Okay, so let's see. Here we go. We'll go to the share screen button. Oops. I should really try not to bash my ring light. Okay. Oops. Come back, come back. Share. There we go. Okay. So, this is from, like I said, the National Post. And here we go. Where's the headline? Headline. There it is. Former hockey player accused of sexual assaults found dead. Winnipeg coach Robert Dawson was facing almost a dozen charges related to sexual assaults, alleged to have happened between 1993 and 1995. So this is by the Canadian Press, published October 14th. So let's take a look here. Article text. Okay. Winnipeg police say they were called Wednesday to a hotel in the city where they found Bob Dawson dead. Well, if he's a pedo, then I don't really care. Now, I don't think he was ever convicted. Police say they do not suspect foul play in his death, so they suspect suicide. Dawson was facing almost a dozen charges relating to sexual assault alleged to have happened between 1993 and 1995. Two complainants contacted police in June saying they had been sexually assaulted by a male hockey coach while they were young teens. Police say the sex crimes unit was investigating and had spoken to a number of additional individuals since they announced the arrest in September. The two original complainants alleged they were separately invited to Dawson's home, where they were given money and alcohol and were sexually assaulted. They also told police the assaults were photographed and videotaped. Oh, Jesus. That's awful. 25 years ago, X to doubt. Yeah, it's hard to tell. It depends on, like, there's been a lot of, there were a couple of hockey coaches that have been, found guilty. Yeah, it really, and you also have to remember that men and boys, it's hard enough when you've been raped to come forward. But it's extra difficult for a male to report a rape, regardless of whether it was a female or a male raping them. But it's, probably a little bit harder for them to talk about a male sexually assaulting them. Yeah, it's complicated. The The complainants allege the assaults happened while they were playing with the Assiniboine Park Hockey Association. Hockey Winnipeg, the organization that oversees the association, said that when the charges were announced, that no current staff or executive members of the organization or association had interacted with Dawson. The organization added that the volunteers are currently checked against the child abuse registry, and there is a process for anonymous claims to be made. Well, that's now, but what about back in the 90s? I don't know. It's hard. Yeah, if the pics and vid, yeah. Yeah, there's hockey, especially in Ontario. There have been lots of caught and accused hockey coaches, figure skating coaches. There was a big one, a big court case. I think it was 10 years ago now, where there was a minor hockey coach from our local region who was convicted of a huge slew of sexual assaults. How many times do you think my news will break blind? Oh, you're probably gonna break me. Like, if I do a Gunfox news purge stream, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Okay, finally for the day, it's our Facebook day, our Facebook article. Let's see here. Okay. Let's get over here. There we go. And over to the last article. Holy shit. Okay. There we go. Over here to share the window. Go over to the share button. Oh my god. Back. What the fuck are you doing? Okay. Share. There we go. Chrome tab. So Facebook has updated its policies a day after the Democrats said that they were, going to crack down on Facebook. Yeah. House League, yeah. I only played House League, but the creepiest guy involved was the sports reporter for the local paper. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. There we go. Where are we? Where's that stupid headline? There we go. So, Facebook updates harassment policies, says they better protect journalists from hate. Oh my goodness. Okay. Sure. because it's... Wow. Okay. The Canadian Association of Journalists said Facebook Incorporated's latest policy to better protect journalists from harassment is a welcome change, but more work needs to be done by the technology sector at large. Guys, you guys get to say whatever the hell you want, and if we dare to debunk you, we risk getting everything taken away from us and our livelihoods attacked. So screw you. The global social network company announced that earlier this week that journalists will now be considered, quote, involuntary public figures rather than just public figures. What the fuck is an involuntary public figure? You chose to go into journalism. Therefore, you chose to be a public figure. You are not nobody's an involuntary public figure. Not even somebody who goes onto YouTube and says that they never planned on making it big if they make it big. They still planned on being in the public eye at some level. How in the fuck can you be an involuntary public figure? Okay, the one classification of involuntary public figure that I'll give you is somebody who wins the lottery and is unlucky enough to get featured in the goddamn newspaper. That's about it. That's about it. Facebook said the designation means journalists will be protected from more forms of harassment, such as calls for death, claims about sexual activity or religious identity, and female gendered curses when used in a derogatory way. Oh, so it's okay to completely just, emasculate a man with male gendered curses. But as long as they're not female gendered curses, well, then you're fine. Or, wow. Just fucking wow. Oh, wow. LOL, this is why I like to stay as low profile as possible. Yep. When you piss on the street and get got on the street on CCTV and somebody streams it and it goes on a saucy website, that's an involuntary public figure. Yeah. I don't understand journalists who depend on a free press who want censorship. I just don't. I don't either. I don't get it either. At all. I deleted everything on my FB account and stopped using it six-ish years ago. Go back and break that paragraph down. Okay, so hold on. So let's go and see. Let's do this again. So the global social network company announced earlier this week that journalists will now be considered involuntary public figures rather than just public figures. Facebook said that the designation means the journalists will be protected from more forms of harassment, such as calls for death, which nobody's allowed to make, claims about sexual activity, which, again, that's already covered, or religious identity, and female gender-based curse when used in a derogatory way. Again, all of this is already covered under the terms of service. And you can't threaten death to anybody, public figure or not. That's so stupid. All of this is already covered. Things about sexual activity could involve calling them pedos. But if they're pedos, then shouldn't you be able to call them a pedo? We recognize that becoming a public figure isn't always a choice. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. 99% of the time, yes, it is. So fuck off. And that this thing can increase the risk of bullying and harassment, particularly if the person comes from an underrepresented community, including women, people of color, or the LGBTQ community, said Antigone Davis, Facebook's global head of safety, in a statement announcing the changes. I love how it's always women, LGBTQ, or people of color. It's never, disabled people or mentally ill people. It's always the people who you can, see that they look different. Well, unless, I don't understand about the gay and trans, but I forgot how angry your show makes me, LOL. Blind, I mean, if they're being a bitch, yeah, they should be able to be called bitch made. Yep. Wait, if they don't want to be public figures, they can report anonymously. Exactly, Turk! Exactly. Fuck, man. This is fucking frustrating. This is... Oh my god. Okay. Consistent with the commitment made in our corporate human rights policy, we'll now offer more protection for public figures like journalists and human rights defenders who have become famous involuntarily or because of their work. Why are you doing this? Why? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm broken. This is fucking stupid. You can't... Poor me! I chose to become a journalist and then report badly on everything I report on and incite my own bullying and harassment campaign about people that I don't like, and then when everyone gets mad at me for it, I run to Big Daddy Facebook and the government, and then the government yells at Facebook to fix their shit, and where? This is, oh my god. This is insane. Facebook has pushed back against the whistleblower's claims. Oh, I'm sure it has. The policy change also comes after the what? The court of the CAJ. I don't know what that is. I really don't know what CAJ is. Anyone else know? Fuck. I've lost my spot. Where am I? I lost my spot. Fuck. But, yeah, this is I can't believe this. I wanted to become a journalist, and now that I've become a journalist and I'm a bad journalist, I'm going to bitch. Ugh. Oh man. Okay, where are we here? Let me try and get this back. Where are we here? Sorry guys. I completely lost my sight. There we go. I'm almost back to the right part. Okay, here we go. Ugh! Anyway, sorry. The Canadian Association of Journalists. That's what CAJ is. That's what CAJ is. That's what it is. The policy change also comes after the CAJ condemned a Twitter post by the leader of the People's Party of Canada urging his supporters to, quote, play dirty with specific journalists who had asked about the party's ties to the far right. So, the sweet spot was the 90s in my opinion. Yeah. Blind is so broken she lost her way. Yep. Yep. Let's see. Dude, your country is just as commie right now, Gunfox. I wouldn't be talking. The CAJ said that dozens of reporters were inundated with intimidating emails and social media messages threatening violence, sexual assault, and death as a result of the tweet by Maxime Bernier. So basically, Maxime Bernier, who's a dumbass, said something stupid, and his dumbass followers listened to you, and you guys got upset by words. And instead of reporting the tweets to the platform and getting them removed, as is your recourse already, you cried to Facebook and Twitter. This is Gamergate. This is this is just ridiculous. And like it's words, and there's already recourse to report those types of tweets. Many media organizations, including the Canadian Press, condemned harassment against journalists after the incident. Grow a thicker skin! Oh my god. And you know what? No, people shouldn't be sending death threats and threats of sexual assault to people. But also, don't be such shitty journalists. Report the truth. Stop inciting panic. A strong, diverse media is vital for a well-informed democratic society, read the statement, which was signed by dozens of Canadian media organizations. While criticism is an integral part of journalism and democracy, there can be no tolerance for hate and harassment of journalists or for incitement of attacks on journalists for doing their job. Then why are journalists inciting attacks on civilians for disagreeing with them? Okay, gotta go later. See you later, Asia Research Directorate. This is... Why is it... Again, rules for thee, not for me. CAJ President Brant Jolly said that Thursday that fixing the issue of hate and harassment on social media will be a, quote, marathon exercise requiring teamwork from tech giants. The issue of online hate and harassment directed toward public figures, which includes many of our members, journalists, is a comprehensive social problem that will require coordinating efforts on the part of many organizations and institutions to resolve, said Jolly. What the oh my god. Block! Report! Just... Why? Why do you have to go crying to the owners of the companies and the government? Stop being shitty reporters. Stop lying about people. Stop inciting panic. And then people will stop being nasty to you. Just a wild concept, journalists. But perhaps if you stop fucking throwing fireballs at people, they will stop lobbing them back. Did you ever stop to consider that? Quote, as developments over the last few weeks have laid bare, tech companies such as Facebook have a critical role to play in influencing or implementing policies and practices that prevent the free flow of hate and harassment to take place on their platforms. There already are ways to... Oh my god. Oh my god. There are already ways to do that. Report them. Report the post. Report the account. Like, be a fucking grown-up. You went to journalism school, didn't you? You're old enough to go to university and get a degree in journalism. You're old enough to supposedly, jet around the world, get yourself into stupidly dangerous places and report about it. You're adult enough to, report things that make, that incite panic amongst civilian populations and cause division among people who are usually even among friends and family who usually have each other's backs. So be adult enough to fucking report somebody for being an asshole to you. Jesus Christ, people. It's not enough, though. Don't forget, these are the people who want you arrested for saying mean words. Oh, I know. Oh, but blind if I don't act like an absolute... Rhymes with hunt. How can I get the attention that I crave so much? Well done. Well done, cigar chopping penguin. Davis said working with multiple groups was an important part of developing Facebook's strategy around harassment. In updating our policies, we consulted a diverse set of global stakeholders, including free speech advocates, human rights experts, women's safety groups, female politicians, and journalists, said Davis. I think we're up to 6 uses of the word diverse in this article. Oh my god. We will continue to work with experts and listen to members of our community to ensure that our platform remains safe. Jelly said that while Facebook's move is a positive step, many in the industry are also calling for social media networks to improve their responses when attacks do happen. Oh, yeah, because people haven't had their channels nuked for no goddamn reason because somebody's upset because somebody said something in a frustrated tone of voice. That's never happened before, ever. I have a feeling this is going to be a Pandora's box, but diversity, am I right? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotta love that diversity. Gotta love that diversity. Ugh. What a ridiculous goddamn article. Just. This is. Journalism used to be like, you used to have to be a really fucking hard-headed, tough person to go and get the actual true facts, figure out who was lying, and cut through the bullshit. And now it's just, you know, they can dish it, but they can't take it at all. Well, this sounds like a news story I would link to you, LOL. It does, Gunfox. It really does. Oh my goodness. Alright, my friends. Thank you for watching. You've reached the end of the coffee stream. I hope you enjoyed yourself today, and I hope you have a good weekend. Please consider getting yourselves a My Eyes mug if you have not done so already. It's teespring.com/myeyes. Or if you don't want to get any merch, there's always blindpress.net. You can send in either a one-time or a monthly donation. Patreon and OnlyFans are being, the content is being added to much more frequently now. So there are lots of ways you can support my content and get things out of your money. And also, please don't forget, I will be going live tonight on Twitch for Beat the Blind Girl. So don't forget to come and tune in for that. Thank you for watching, and remember, Star Trek stream tomorrow at 5 p.m. Not entirely sure what the topic will be, but it's always going to be fun. So let's have some fun, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys!